Coffee break. Today's tidbit.
All right, it's time for our daily coffee break. Today's tidbit. Joining us in the studio, Angela. Angela, hello to you.
Hi, SJ.
Angela,
Yes.
looking at the screen is freaking me out right now.
Why?
Because your tank top is the same color as the chair.
It is.
And it's like your head is floating around.
It's like the chroma key.
How is it the exact same
I
color?
don't know. But I mean, in person, it's
No,
different.
it's a little bit different.
Yeah, but like on screen, it looks the same.
That is hilarious. That is hilarious. Anyways, did you have a good weekend?
I did.
Are you enjoying do you not go outside during the weekend?
No.
Oh.
That's why I had a good weekend. I stayed indoors
Yeah, you just gotta stay indoors.
with the air conditioning on.
I went to the outlet over the weekend. I couldn't believe how many people were there.
Yeah, a lot of people are going to like department stores because of the heat.
No, but then the outlet is outdoors though.
Oh, it's outdoors?
Yeah, you have to walk outdoors.
I thought the outlet
it's
was
partially
indoors.
indoors. It's partially
Yeah.
indoors, but anyways, it's terrible temperature we're seeing here. What's today's tidbit we're going to talk about?
Well, I bet you can't take this to the outlet because
what?
the subway doesn't go there.
No, it doesn't.
We're going to talk about the subway in Seoul here today.
All right.
Today's tidbit is all about the Seoul subway system, its history, quirks. I noticed a lot of foreigners are visiting Seoul recently when it's the hottest ever. Maybe you should choose a different time, but maybe today's tidbit will be especially useful for future visitors.
Yeah, definitely so. Well, I mean, subways, it's something that I used to frequent until I purchased a car, and now maybe like 5 times a year I'll take it if I have to go drinking.
I envy you. Taking the subway in the summer is not...
Yeah, but then sometimes like there are subways where it's like frigid, and I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Like it's frigid. It's like a walk-in fridge
Yeah,
basically.
but still, if so many people are packed into it, it's not ideal.
Yeah, exactly. But let's start from the very beginning, okay? When did Korea's subway system actually begin?
So Korea's very first subway opened on August 15th, 1974. That was Line 1, as you could guess. Originally called the Jongnoson Line or Jongno Line, running between Seoul Station and Cheongnyangni. And get that, it was only 7.8 kilometers long at the time, but it completely changed the way people moved across the capital. Because back then, some people even rode it barefoot because they weren't used to underground trains. Kind of like how some people ride airplanes with taking their shoes off. Yeah, it was kind of that for the subway.
It's like we're going inside somewhere.
Yeah, so we should take our shoes off.
Take off our shoes. What do I do? What made them start building subways in the first place, though?
So in the 60s and 70s, Seoul's population exploded and surface-level transportation like buses just couldn't keep up with the growth. And interestingly, there was a lot of public opposition to building the subway. People thought building it was too expensive and even feared it might bankrupt the country. But in the end, the need outweighed the cost, and construction began in 1971.
So this all started out with one short line.
Yes.
Now, it's so vast that there are lines I didn't even know existed.
Yeah, me too. So the Seoul Metropolitan Subway consists of 23 rapid transit, light metro, commuter rail, and people mover lines with 768 stations.
You know, I never thought about how many stations there are.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah. It's ginormous. But, okay, kind of going back here, again, it's been a while since I frequented the subway, right? And even when I do ride the subway, I ride the same subway all the time, just the 4-line. I thought we only had 9 lines.
So what you just mentioned is the Seoul Metro proper, which people inside Seoul use the most. I only use this as well. But now that consists of lines 1 through 9 and certain light rails, such as the Sinlim line.
Oh, that's relatively new.
Yes.
Okay.
So this covers roughly 359 kilometers and serves 337 stations. And when all planned extensions are completed, Seoul's network could climb in global rankings. It's currently 8th longest in the world, in fact. But can you guess the longest city metro in the world?
New York!
You're wrong.
I am?
Yeah. So Shanghai subway comes first, Beijing second, Guangzhou third, so all in China. And the famous London Underground comes fourth. Moscow has the 5th longest subway, and then New York comes in 6th.
That's wow. I'm actually surprised.
You thought New York was longest.
I thought New York was number 1 with everything.
But think of the area it covers. It's not actually that
That's
long.
true. That is
Yeah.
very true. Oh, actually, Made It Up over in London says today's the 20th anniversary of the July 7th 2 bombings. It's a coincidence here. Wow, 20 years. I remember hearing about that. But it does feel, that's why it feels like you can go anywhere in Seoul just by subway. And for like the longest time, I didn't need a car.
Absolutely. It's been called the veins of the city, in fact.
Yeah.
And you can get from deep in the suburbs to the heart of downtown with just a few transfers. And interestingly, while Seoul still says subway or 지하철 in daily life, the official term is actually urban rail, 도시철도.
Oh.
Yeah, that changed in the 2000s. That's why you hear names like Seoul Metro instead of Subway Corporation. And there are some like technical terminology issues, but let's not dwell on it. It's very legal. But people will know what you're talking about if you say 지하철 in Seoul.
I've never heard anybody say 도시철도 탈까?
Yeah, no one says that. You only see it on the signs.
Yeah. So we still use 지하철 as like the main. Even kids used it. But Seoul's metro is so impressive considering again, you look at the history of other railways.
Yeah.
50 years ago. It's only been 50 years.
Right. And 2024 marked the 50th anniversary last year. Since 1974, Seoul subway has carried around 80 billion passengers, roughly the distance of circling Earth 50,000 times.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
But for all its progress, there's one phrase Koreans know too well.
Yes.
지옥철.
Yes.
Especially on the line number 9.
And 2.
Hell rail. Oh, 2 on certain occasions. Not always. But there are certain stations and certain times.
And I'll drive today. You want to take number 2 home?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Yes, but 지옥철, infamous 지옥철, literally means hell subway, hell rail. It refers to the overcrowded, airless trains, especially during rush hour. Seoul Line's 9's express train between Yeomtang and Dangsan is one of the worst offenders, with crowding levels reaching at sometimes even 237%.
237. That's not only is it crazy, but it's almost like borderline dangerous.
It is. And get this, back in the 90s, the Gyeongin Line recorded a peak congestion rate of 350%. People were literally, crushed into the point that they had to be pulled out of broken train windows. So, yeah, it is a problem that Seoul Metro is still facing.
Not gonna lie, it's pretty terrifying.
Yes, and that's why before 지옥철 became a thing, people called it 가축수송 or cattle transport. Once crowding hits 150%, basically you're packed in like livestock. Above 250%, it becomes dangerous, even suffocating.
So, what's the solution? Just get a car?
That, or Seoul's newest experiment, getting rid of seats altogether so people have more place to stand, or I'll tell you after song break.
They started doing this on the buses too. I actually prefer it. Lily La La Land says 2 and 9. Got it. Well, 9 is notorious because it's actually shorter.
The 9 express train.
It's 9 is notorious. We're gonna continue to talk about subways or 지하철. We're gonna take a listen to a song from Akmu with On the Subway 지하철에서. Seoul's trying to alleviate packed trains with different methods. What's the other method? I've seen in Japan the train pushers.
Oh.
Are we ever gonna have one of those?
No.
Don't.
We're gonna have actually a better alternative to subways.
Okay.
The Han River bus. Have you heard of it?
Yes, I have.
So it's a new commuter ferry aimed at giving people a more pleasant alternative to the subway.
So like basically a ferry across the Han River.
Yes.
It almost seems like the Staten Island ferry for all you New Yorkers.
Exactly.
Tell me more about this. How does this work?
So right now it connects Yeouido and Jamsil in about 47 minutes. It's not necessarily faster than the subway, especially when you count the time it takes to get to the pier.
Yeah.
But it offers something valuable which you can't get on the subway, which is space, views, and peace.
So I can't imagine it being about the speed because there's no way it'll be faster than a train.
Yeah.
Right?
But the idea is, really not about speed in the first place. It's to offer a less stressful commuting experience compared to the 지옥철.
Yeah.
Comfortable seating, scenic views of the river, break from, commute, hell rail. It's especially ideal for pregnant passengers, seniors, or just, maybe foreigners visiting, anyone looking for a less crowded option.
But Angela, this sounds like It sounds very familiar. Didn't the country try something similar to this before?
Yes, you have a good memory.
No, I remember this.
So there was a Han River water taxi project which did fail.
Yeah.
The mistake then was focusing too much on reducing commute time without improving accessibility or the overall experience. This time, but Seoul hopes to make it a desirable commute rather than a fast one.
And then the other thing I think was the price. There was some
Yes.
issues with you're not paying same fee like you would with like the subway.
Yeah,
it's
it
more
is more
expensive than that.
expensive.
And again, it does remind you of the Staten Island Ferry, which I think it's much bigger. I think the Staten Island Ferry is actually pretty ginormous
Have you
compared to this
taken
one.
it before?
I have once.
Is it quicker or...
Wow. I can't say.
I know my aunt used to take this because she lived in New Jersey and she had to work in Manhattan.
Yeah.
So she said she'd take this a few times, but...
I took it once. We had a volleyball tournament at Staten Island Tech, SI Tech, and then we went from there to I forget. I don't even remember how long it took, but it was just like fun.
Well, maybe, but that's the thing. Maybe the Han River bus will be a good, fun alternative to
Yeah.
the subway. And, the city is really trying to create the mindset that a slightly longer but way more pleasant ride is actually worth it. And they're working on better peer access and marketing it, not just as transport, but as an experience this time. So maybe this will be different.
So here's the thing, though. I know we've been talking about some of the negative things about how sometimes it can get
Yes.
packed on the 2 and the 9s and things like that. But still, overall, Seoul Subway is very highly rated, right? I mean,
Yes.
what are some of the features that make Seoul Subway so highly rated?
So, Seoul Subway is often called one of the world's best systems and praised internationally, and for a good reason too. It's very clean, it's extremely punctual, and extremely well integrated.
It smells like flowers compared to New York City subways,
Yes,
where it
and-
smells like urine.
Or like Paris.
I've never been.
Okay, I took. I don't want to smash it, but I was shocked the first time I took the Paris subway. The smell was unbelievable. But
Really? Have you been to New York City?
when I was very young.
Okay, so you might not remember.
Yeah. Seoul doesn't have that. Seoul is really
No.
like at times it can get smelly, at times it can get hot. But
We
like
get-
compared to that, it's actually quite fragrant.
And when you get smelly on the number 1 line, when it goes to certain areas where it's like bad smelly, that's
Yeah.
just about it. But it's very modern, basically.
Yes, tech innovations like full screen doors, which were installed across all stations by 2009, are also a big part of the modern aspect. Before those, people sometimes fell into the tracks, so that was, that was a big change.
Yeah, it went from like only certain places having it to now like
Yeah.
pretty much all the
All of
subways,
them have
except for
it.
I think like one line. Some of them still might not have it. They're still trying to install it, but it's. If you think about what's been happening in New York
Yeah.
lately with all the train pushers,
Yeah, so
right?
people are like, sticking to the walls,
Yeah.
right? The screen doors, but indifferently, the screen doors at Korea's metro have increased safety and reduced air pollution and noise.
Yeah.
So it's really doing good things. And also, English signage and multilingual announcements are standard at the metro, and transfer systems are really seamless. So it's good for a lot of foreigners too.
Even for myself, when I first came to Korea and I had to get used to the subway system, like I thought it was like easily, accessible and it was easy to use and things like that. But that was only because maybe I thought I could speak Korean. What about for like tourists to use?
It's surprisingly easy for tourists and foreigners as well. Tourists can buy T-money cards or single-use tickets very easily, and there are apps like Seoul Subway or Kakao Metro in English. And plus, new standardized maps updated in 2025 include pictograms of major attractions and improved color coding, even for colorblind users. So the Seoul Metro is very accessible to tourists and foreigners as well.
All right, since we're running out of time, very quickly, you have a fun fact that you want to share with our listeners.
The busiest station in 2023 was Jamsil Station with over 150,000 passengers daily. So I don't know, maybe you'd like to visit there yourself to see why so many people are visiting Jamsil. Another short tidbit, nearly 60% of all lost items on the tracks are electronics, so maybe keep a hold of your phone when you're taking the subway.
Interesting. I would not have picked Jamsil Station, to be honest with you. All right, Angela, fun stuff here. Thank you very much for your tidbit. Have a fantastic one. We'll see you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
All right, sending her out of the studio. Let's take a listen to a song here from 동물원 with In Front of City Hall at the subway station, 시청 앞 지하철역에서.
Coffee break. Today's tidbit.
All right, it's time for our coffee break. Today's tidbit, and joining us in the studio is Angela. Angela, hello to you.
Hi, SJ.
Angela, I know you're feeling a bit very much under the weather right now.
Under the weather, yeah. Because of the weather.
Yes, because of the weather. Is it his heat stroke?
I think it is a heat stroke. I came in around like 3 p.m. today, and it was the hottest outside. It was almost 38 degrees field temperature. And oh my God.
And there was not a lot of clouds to shield you from the sun. It was just like direct sunlight that was coming out. Yeah, it's that terrible stuff. I hope you guys be careful.
Yeah. And I drank a lot of water, but I'm still like this right now. So yeah, avoid the heat if you can.
Yeah, exactly. All right. What's our tidbit for today?
Well, it's not about the heat.
Okay.
Have you heard the rumor?
Is someone getting fired?
What? Are you?
No, I don't know. Our producer kept on saying something on the lines of that.
Oh, really? Who's taking over? No.
I don't know.
No, it's not a rumor in Arirang, but apparently there was this prediction that Japan would be hit by a catastrophic earthquake in July 2025, so this month, actually.
So what was it? There was some talks. Was it last year? I think it was maybe, or beginning of this year. There was like a string of earthquakes happening in Japan, and they were
Still
saying
happening.
that it's happening, and they were saying that it actually may be a prelude to something major, which is why a lot of people are kind of not going to Japan, thinking something is going to happen here. Yeah, I did see this happen. People talking about this, but tell us though, where did it all start from though? Like, is this from really a manga?
Yeah, so this rumor actually comes from an old
Oh,
Japanese manga. It's called The Future I Saw by Tatsuki Ryo. The manga first came out in 1999 and predicted 12 future events, and one of them was the 2011 Great East Japan earthquake, and that actually came true. So people are worried that this one might come true as well.
Young knows about that rumor. Okay, so I guess he knows about the manga, the old manga there. That's why
Everyone knows about it.
I don't know about this.
You're so slow on rumors.
Yeah, but okay, based on old Japanese mangas out there.
No, but like literally it's impacting South Korea so much right now.
No, I know that the real actual earthquake is affecting us, and it's affecting a whole bunch of stuff, but I know it's based on some like old Japanese manga. But it is quite eerie if you think about when this was when it first came out. So the next one in the manga is for this year.
Yes, so the manga says a massive earthquake will occur between Japan and the Philippines in July 2025 this month, with a tsunami 3 times stronger than the one in 2011. That would potentially flood coastal areas like Hong Kong, Taiwan, and the Philippines.
Yeah, and it's no wonder people are nervous about this, right?
Yes, so it's been nicknamed, it even has a nickname, this rumor, the Nankai earthquake scenario. And while scientists have been warning about the Nankai trough for decades, this manga basically turned long-term probability into an immediate fear for people in the East Asian region.
So how has this rumor actually affected people, though?
So travel trends are already shifting. Hong Kong residents especially have been canceling their Japan trips. One airline actually suspended its routes to small Japanese cities after bookings plummeted.
I did not know this was serious. Like, we even have Junie who says, I'm honestly getting anxious when I think about the trip to Tokyo this September.
Yeah.
So because I didn't know about this.
It's real.
It's real.
Yeah, and I'm talking about it because this rumor is now affecting Koreans and spreading to Korea too, as we just saw. Korean travelers are calling travel agencies and asking if Japan is still safe to travel to. And airfare is also becoming unusually cheap this summer. Some routes from Incheon to Narita are under 70,000 won, when last year they peaked at 400,000 won. And to give you some perspective, 70,000 won is enough for you to, I don't know, take a round trip from Daegu and go to Busan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's super cheap. Again, because the demand has dropped, right?
Yeah, so that's what it looks like. One college student even admitted that they didn't believe the rumor, but decided to move their trip up to June just in case. So it's affecting travel psychology in South Koreans more than we think.
Okay, now I want to believe that this is not going to happen, right? And the first time around it was just a coincidence and stuff like that. But let's play make believe here. Let's say the earthquake did happen, right? Now I'll be concerned. How would it affect Korea? Like, would it affect Korea?
Yeah, of course. So a lot of people are actually worried about it. Major News actually did some interviews with specialists to see what would happen if this earthquake actually happened. And according to Professor Hong Tae-kyung from Yonsei University, said if a magnitude 8.0 earthquake hits the Nankai Tro, buildings across the Korean peninsula, especially high rises, could shake up by to 30 centimeters.
Ah, that's a lot.
Yeah, it is. So to give you an idea of what 30 centimeters is, a similar sized earthquake in Myanmar earlier caused buildings to collapse in Bangkok.
That's
Do you
right.
remember
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And Bangkok is over 1,000 kilometers away from Myanmar, and Korea is only 500 to 1,000 kilometers away from Japan. And so the seismic energy and especially low frequency waves could definitely reach us. And, Korea doesn't have as many earthquake safe buildings as,
No.
earthquake prone regions do. So that also is feeding to some people's worries as well.
So, simply put here, Korea is not as isolated as people think from all of this.
Right. And, people still call Korea a safe zone when it comes to earthquakes. But in reality, that's actually only relative to China or Japan.
There has been a growing number of small
Yeah,
quakes happening here in Korea. Like,
exactly.
it's not big enough so that we feel any of them, but apparently the frequency has been increasing with this. And so they're saying that maybe is this because of all the earthquakes that Japan had and
Yeah.
it shifted the plate tectonics and stuff like
I
that.
actually have more to talk about that. So, yeah. Why don't we talk about that after a song break?
This is, we need a break here. This is scary. This is Jisoo with Earthquake. And that was Jisoo with Earthquake. Disobedient Space Whale over in Newcastle says putting Earthquake on after that discussion is a bit Alan Partridge.
But I couldn't not play it because it's literally Earthquake,
wait,
and it's a song by Jisoo.
Why?
Blackpink. They're like the biggest idol right now.
Oh, I thought you meant like Blackpink has to do with like earthquake or something
No.
like that. I was like, what? Anyways, we were talking about safe zone, and for the longest time, Korea has been kind of known as a safe zone when it comes to earthquake. Is Korea truly an earthquake safe zone?
Well, it is safer than Japan, but not safe enough to ignore risks regarding earthquakes. So Korea isn't on the Pacific Ring of Fire, but it's still close enough to active plate boundaries. And in fact, Korea is only about 200 kilometers from Japan and just 500 kilometers from major fault zones. So I wouldn't say it is 100% safe.
So there's something very important here, the Ring of Fire.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about the Ring of Fire.
So, also known as the Pacific Ring of Fire, it's a tectonic belt of volcanoes and earthquakes. I think everyone in Korea would know about it. They learn about it. But it's about 40,000 kilometers long and surrounds most of the Pacific Ocean, hence the name. And the Ring of Fire contains between 750 and 915 active or dormant volcanoes, around two-thirds of the world total, and about 90% of the world's earthquakes occur within this belt. And this includes Japan, Taiwan, the Philippines, and Indonesia.
So when we talk about some of the biggest earthquakes that have ever happened around the world, I mean, some even go into like magnitude 9.
Yeah,
right?
a lot of them has happened
Yeah.
in this belt.
And I mean, you could go into like the ancient times as well. But what
Yeah.
about Korea though? Again, we talked about how Korea has like these smaller quakes, but has Korea ever experienced like a big earthquake before?
So I'm sure you remember, but some you remember, but we've had around 20 quakes over magnitude 5.0 since 1905, according to records. But most notably, the 2016 Gyeongju and 2017 Pohang earthquakes caused significant damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That actually led to a delay in the Sunung exam
Yeah.
in the Pohang area as well.
Yeah, and I actually was in Daegu during the 2017 earthquake, and Daegu is quite near Pohang. I lived on the 17th floor at the time, quite high up, and I remember how terrifying it was. It was like literally I could feel the building swaying, and like I never felt fear like that before. Have you ever experienced an earthquake before?
I have twice. I have twice.
really?
Once actually in the studio. There was a magnitude 4, maybe 4 point something earthquake that happened over in like the East Coast area near the Gangwon-do.
When?
It was, oh my goodness, this was 2000, I want to say like 2021 maybe. I forget the exact year, but I remember I was just finishing up the closing for Korea Now. And I said, has been SJ Lee with Korea now, and then like the mics went down, and then all of a sudden it started shaking.
Really?
And then like it got enough to the point where the speakers here started shaking too, and I was like, what was that? What was that? And luckily it was right after we finished the show, or else I would have yelled out some profanity.
Panicked.
Yeah, no, it was a weird
but
feeling.
I also remember like within the year, I woke up in the middle of the night because of a 3.0 earthquake that happened in the south.
Really?
And I felt it.
Yeah, it's weird because depending on where you are, you could feel it or not feel it.
Yeah. And no one felt it, but I felt it and I actually woke up.
That means it's like big enough that you felt.
And so a lot of small earthquakes are happening like this.
Yeah, absolutely. But are there records of stronger quakes in the past here, way back?
Yes, there are. So one of them is the 1643 Ulsan quake, and one of them also is the 1681 Yangyang quake, which likely exceeded magnitude 7 and even caused tsunamis, according to an analysis of historical records. So earthquake records really don't enter historical records, especially in like the Joseon era, but these were so big they affected the livelihood of the people back then. They even entered records, and historians have analyzed this.
Ooh, those areas very. I feel like that the coastal areas there,
and they're still affected today.
Yeah. So Korea was never really a safe zone to begin with.
Definitely not. And recent studies show how active fault lines near Gyeongju and Ulsan that could cause earthquakes up to magnitude 6.5 or 7.0. So, while megaquakes that happen like in Japan, for instance, like in 2011, are unlikely here in South Korea, mid-sized quakes are very possible and still happening.
Yeah, so even if like I feel like in the East Coast in Yangyang area 5.0 magnitude earthquake, it would definitely be felt here in the capital, Seoul. And just like Angela said, I don't think most of our buildings are earthquake proof, and it'll be devastating for the capital. So I mean, it's just densely built with all these buildings,
and
right?
also a lot of them are happening in Gyeongju, right?
Yeah.
And Gyeongju is filled with a lot of historical artifacts, which is
Yes.
why people are really worried about it as well.
So then this is important. How should people prepare for potential earthquakes?
So basically, it starts at the home. Secure heavy furniture and know where to hide. When an earthquake happens, it's best to hide under sturdy tables or between walls. And keep emergency food, first aid kits, and a fire extinguisher inside your house. And it's also important to have a plan for your family if you live with them, what to do and where to meet in case of an earthquake. And also know where the emergency earthquake shelter is in advance. It's too late when it happens.
Yeah, so going back to the beginning, should we worried about that manga prediction that everybody except for myself seems to know?
A lot of people are worried, but experts say no, you do not need to be worried. The Japan Meteorological Agency has called the manga's claims groundless. Obviously, it was just a prediction, but they do stress that a Nankai earthquake is highly probable, not because of this prediction that appeared in a manga, but because the region is just overdue. And so the manga isn't the issue, it's just making people pay attention to a real threat. And I think that's, if we can find a positive aspect of this, this is one of them.
Yeah, so I mean, the big takeaway here, don't panic,
Yes.
but still, always be prepared for anything.
Yes, exactly. And like SJ, ignore or don't be aware of the rumors, but be aware of the science and, how to prepare for earthquakes.
Exactly. All right, Angela, thank you very much for today's tidbit. Very helpful. I hope you feel better, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Sending her out of the studio, let's take a listen to a song here from Ihai with Safety Zone 안전지대.
Coffee break. Today's tidbit.
All right, it's time for our weekdays coffee break. Today's tidbit, and back joining us in the studio is Angela. Angela, hello to you.
Ew.
Ew, but it seems like you're feeling better with the AU. Angela was a bit. She was out.
I was sick yesterday.
Yeah, the heat stroke. I think they were saying something like on the lines of like just yesterday alone. I think it was this season alone, Seoul reported like 1,000 heat-related illnesses.
Yeah, just this season alone.
This season, right? It
Yeah.
can't be a single day. That's too many. But it's going out there. It's brutal
This
outside
week
as well.
is horrible.
This week is pretty
Yeah.
rough. It might have been probably, and the scariest thing of all this is that it's only the first, like, is it the first week or is it the second week now?
First week of July?
It's the second week of July
Yeah.
now, but still, it's like the beginning of July. We haven't even hit double digits in the days yet, and we already have like crazy weather. Anyways, what are we going to talk about today?
Well, maybe this will keep our mind off the heat for a while.
Sure.
But I also feel bad because it means you have to go outside for this.
Okay.
Like, do you ever stop by to see flowers? No. I assume you don't.
No, I really don't. Maybe a few times though.
Really?
Yes, because it's rare to see, but I forget where it was. But I was in one neighborhood and I saw the 무궁화, the Rose of Sharon.
Yeah.
And then the 무궁화 is the flower of Korea.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh wow. And then I stopped and looked at it. I didn't sniff it. I just looked at it. And
I don't think they have much of a fragrance.
I wouldn't know. Because I have like pollen allergies.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't smell flowers anyways. That's why I looked at it. I was like, oh.
You took flowers like your mother?
Huh?
You took flower pictures like your mother?
No, I didn't. Oh,
There's
Yes.
there's this meme in Korea about how women in their 50s all have their profile picture be flowers.
with their flappy phone covers and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But anyways, what about you though? Do you?
I actually do stop by every morning. When I walk the dogs, there's this really beautiful wall covered in trumpet creepers. 능소화,
Oh, we talked about
in my
trumpet
neighbor-
keepers not too long ago.
Yeah, and so I actually stop by every morning to take pictures under there.
Yeah.
And
What?
yeah,
Really?
I do. Yeah.
Selfies?
No, with my like
Oh, the
my
Dajima
dog.
shots.
The dogs.
Oh, the dogs.
I
Okay.
ask I tell the dogs to sit, and they do sit, and I take photos with them.
Okay.
Yeah, and I know it's very very hot outside,
Yeah.
but July is actually surprisingly a big month for flowers here in Korea.
In Jeju, right?
Yes.
Yes, I know this.
Oh, you got there.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are flower festivals happening all over the country right now, and especially on Jeju-do Island. So I thought we could take a quick trip there.
All right. I mean,
Spirit,
again,
yeah.
we have a FM frequency in Jeju.
Oh, yeah.
We have a very special connection to Jeju. So, yeah, sounds good. What are we going to talk about here?
Do you know what flower Jeju-do is known for then?
Camellias.
Yes, but that's in the winter.
Oh, yeah, that's on the
Yeah.
Wednesday. What's yuchekot?
유채꽃,
What? I don't know.
the
like
yellow flower.
Yeah, I just don't know like the English names
I
for
did
some
know
of them.
it, but it's just not coming to my mind because that's for spring.
That's spring. What's the summer? Anyways, I don't know all the names. I apologize.
Summer is for hydrangeas.
Hydrangeas.
수국.
Oh, that's
Beautiful.
right. Oh, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
They're big.
Yes,
the big
those,
flowers.
Yes,
yeah,
those
yeah.
beautiful bunchy flowers. I actually visited Jeju-do a few years ago to see them just with my mom because she's a woman in her 50s.
It's worth it.
Yes.
It's worth it.
Yeah, and since Jeju-do is famous for them, a lot of hydrangea festivals are being held all over the island in June and July.
All right, so let's talk about these festivals.
So the most famous event right now is the Hyoeri Summer Hydrangea Festival running until July 27th. It's held at Hyoeri Natural Park in Seogwipo region of Jeju-do Island, and you can walk through shaded paths, which is important, where those purple, blue, and pink hydrangeas all bloom, even in the middle of the summer heat.
It's beautiful.
It is.
It almost seems like very alien-like how
Yeah.
ginormous these flowers
Like
are.
Avatar-like
Yeah,
almost.
yes, very much. But again, they're again, even though I don't like to smell it because I got allergy, I think they're beautiful.
Yeah, and what makes it even better is this experience is really immersive. It's not just rows of flowers, even though that is beautiful. You can, walk along scenic trails through areas called the Hydrangea Garden or Hydrangea Odum, which is hill in Jeju dialect. So it blends the natural terrain of Jeju with this cultivated beauty of hydrangeas. And inside their greenhouse, you can even spot rare varieties of hydrangeas that you wouldn't normally see in South Korea. So that is also an experience.
Very nice, very nice. Polina says canola flowers. That's right. I think that's yuchekore, right?
Thank you, Paulina.
I can imagine, again, since we've been talking about photos all day today,
Yeah.
since the start of the show, it'd be a very popular photo opportunity, right?
Yes, definitely. It's a certified hotspot for social media. There are tons of photos scattered across the park. And besides the flowers, there are also a lot of hands-on activities. You can feed animals like rabbits, goats, and the famous Jeju black pigs. Yeah, and they also have traditional games and wildflower workshops. So it is a fun experience for kids and adults alike.
How much?
13,000 won for adults.
Okay.
Yeah, and a discounted to 8,000 won for Jeju locals if you're listening. So if you're heading down there soon, this could make the perfect weekend outing.
I have been to a garden before, and was it after I got married or before I got married? And I needed to get married, so I went to the garden just to please I
needed to get married.
I needed to. I forget what else, but there's a lot of beautiful areas out there. What you mentioned other festivals, plural. What else is happening?
So the Hyeri Hydrangea Festival isn't the only hydrangea festival happening in Jeju. Jeju is covered in hydrangeas during the summer, so you can just see them driving by. But if you want something more organized, another event called the Poromwat Hydrangea Garden Festival runs until July 13th. There's not a lot of time left for this one, but I wanted to add it because it's special and you might want to visit it this weekend.
Hey, what's bottom what? What's bottom what?
Poromwat.
Bottom what? What is bottom what?
Poromwat actually means feel touched by the wind.
Oh.
Yeah, and the name really fits. It's located in Jeju's Pyoseon in Seogwipo and is known for its endless hydrangea paths, the natural fields, and peaceful walking fields. And I really like it. When Jeju really embraces these local Jeju words. I think it's really nice. Our producer. Prepared a photo of hydrangea festivals. So
Pictures.
this is
I love the blue ones.
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of bluish. That's like that's a white one there with a bluish.
Do you know
tint.
why Jeju has a lot of blue ones?
Because Jeju 푸른밤?
Oh, that's a good guess. I'll tell you later.
I don't know. We'll talk about it. That's beautiful here. I'll look at those poses. I'm not looking at you pose. But it does sound like this festival could also be another healing experience. And I think that's what a lot of the flower festivals are all about.
Yeah, and Poromat's design focuses on blending with nature rather than overpowering it. So the hydrangeas really just bloom freely alongside other seasonal flowers as well. So you can see lavenders, sunflowers, and even buckwheat blossoms at the festival. And you can also walk wildflower trails, hydrangea tunnels. I think that'll be really cool. And, there will be wind sweeping through fields because it is an autumn. So hopefully it won't be as hot. Yeah.
Because Jeju is hot. It's down south. It's much hotter. But when you get that wind tunnel, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. How much?
6,000 won for the adults and students and 4,000 won for children. I think children under 24 months of age is free. So you might want to visit this weekend.
That's nice. That's very cheap for a flower festival, to be honest with you. All right, we're going to continue to talk about these flower festivals happening at the middle of the summer. But first, let's take a listen to a song here from Hyuna with the Flower Shower. Flower Shower. Very quickly here. Angela, Bruce was asking, Ange, you remember when you first met SJ? Was he genuinely friendly? Truth time.
I actually didn't remember when I first met you, and then you reminded me it was for a job interview. And I don't remember you actually talking at all during the interview. You just sat there in the corner with very judging eyes.
It's true. It's very true.
So I was like, okay, that's the host.
You know what it was? Someone told me you were very shy, you don't talk. Right? I got because when someone does job interviews, I find out about that person from others. And it turned out it was a misunderstanding.
Yep.
Everybody else were jerks. And they weren't talking to her.
That is true. That is truth talk.
So we're cool now.
Yeah.
We cool now. We talk a lot. But I'm very introverted. I just don't talk to I have a hard time talking to people I just meet. Anyways.
Yes.
We talked about hydrangeas in Jeju. Any other summer flower events on the island?
Yes, so one more I want to mention is the Summer Flower and Trumpet Creeper Festival at a place called Picheollim Park.
No.
I want to visit this place. It's been open from May and runs until July 15th and is famous for its 1 kilometer tunnel of orange trumpet creeper flowers called Nungsoa in Korean.
I wish they had better names.
Trumpet creeper?
Yeah, trumpet creepers.
But that's what it looks like.
It does. Because it's like vines, right?
Yeah, so they usually grow along walls.
Yeah.
And they do look like trumpets.
Yeah, it does. No,
yeah.
it's actually beautiful.
Yeah, they're my favorite summer flowers, actually.
Oh, you have a seasonal favorites?
Well, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Most
You're a big flower person here. We did talk about this, 능소화, right, on the opening not too long ago.
Yeah.
I remember this.
So I think they're incredibly romantic flowers also because do you know the meaning of the name? You mentioned it during the opening, actually.
Yes. It bows to no sky or something like that?
So 능소화 in Korean, if you like translate it very poetically, it actually means defy the skies.
There you go. Yeah.
And I always understand it as, those flowers sort of like blooming despite how hot it gets. Yeah, and 능소화 also used to be called noble flowers because only people of high status were allowed to grow them during the Joseon era. So I think the history also kind of add to the poetic vibe it has.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So what does the event also have to offer beside the flower in itself?
So this park also has purple verbena, white daisies, and of course hydrangeas along with the 능소화. And the space is designed around Jeju's native forest paths called 곶자왈. So there is a mix of trees, rocks, and vines. So it's a more, serene vibe than the other two we've mentioned.
So even though it's summer, it's sweltering hot.
Yes.
You still get to walk shaded trails.
Yes, which is important.
Yeah.
And if you're bringing family, there are things like traditional games, a maze, and kayaking and photo contests happening. So it's more than just flower watching. You can experience a lot here as well.
You know how to get out of those green mazes?
No.
There's a trick to this.
What?
All you have to do is just touch the right side of the wall and keep following it.
Yeah.
Eventually you get to the exit. Eventually.
Yeah.
But if it's a race, you're probably going to lose, and someone will probably beat you. But again, I'll be honest with you. I knew that Jeju was famous for its flowers, but I just didn't know there were that many flower festivals happening, not just any month, but in July.
Yeah, but, hopefully they could, give people a refresh, in the middle of the sweltering heat. Have you been to Jeju in summer before?
Once. Once. It was late July, early August.
Okay.
I went there for a volunteer work, and it was just hot.
Oh, really?
It was very hot.
Well, I went to Jeju in early August as well a few years back, and it was surprisingly not as hot as I expected it to be because it's down south. I thought it would be really hot, but it was actually cooler than Daegu and Seoul at the time.
Everywhere is cooler than Daegu.
And Seoul.
Yeah?
Yeah, and there is a lot of wind on the island. So for anyone worried about heat before visiting, I hope this put some weight off their mind.
But we talked about all these festivals happening in Jeju, and if you can't go that far, what about festivals happening outside the island?
So there's one in Gyeonggi-do province that's worth checking out. The Lotus Cultural Festival or 연꽃 문화제 at Saemyeon Garden in Yangpyeong. This one runs until August 10th.
So you got about a month to go for this one.
Yes, good news, right?
Yeah.
So Saemyeon is famous for its vast aquatic gardens and lotus ponds. And when you walk through it in July, guests will be able to see lotus blossoms in pinks and whites across the water.
Somebody said that lotus flower was their favorite. I think it was Crash Override. This is actually a great place to go here.
Yeah.
All right, again, you would not have imagined flower festivals happening all over the country at this sweltering heat.
Can I just...
Yeah?
Yeah, so we mentioned how hydrangeas are blue in Jeju.
Sure.
The reason is because hydrangeas have different colors depending on the soil's acidity. So Jeju has more acidic soil and the flowers turn blue because of that. If it's more alkaline, they bloom pink and, Jeju has a volcanic nature, so that's why it's more acidic. And so keep that in mind when you go to Jeju to see hydrangeas.
Yeah, just pull that off. Be like, oh my goodness, you're so smart. We should learn that. And you go, coffee break.
Angela told me.
That's right. Angela, thank you so much for this. Have a safe and cool rest of your evening. We'll see you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
All right, sending her out of the studio. Let's take a listen to a song here from Irene with Like a Flower.
Coffee break. Today's tidbit.
All right, it's time for our weekdays coffee break. Today's tidbit, and joining us in the studio, Angela. Angela, hello to you.
Hello, sir. We're talking about how to address people,
Yo,
right?
call me oppa.
Hello, sir. Sir, yes, sir.
Call me oppa.
Sir, yes,
No,
sir.
call me oppa now. No, honestly, though, there's not a lot of people who call me that. I don't really like that.
I don't like even calling my own oppa. I don't like
My
that.
brother doesn't call me hyung. That's only because he's a jerk. He just goes yo.
And whenever I had boyfriends that were older than me in Korea, it's common to
To
have
oppa.
yeah,
You didn't call him oppa?
like sometimes, but mostly I just call them by their name.
That's messed up.
Why?
Really?
Yeah, they didn't mind.
You know what? Okay, you know what? It's fair. It's fair because you know why? When I dated older women a long time ago, I didn't want to call them Nuna. You know, like it's just
Yeah,
it makes that distance, right?
No, like,
Is it different with guys?
but I just don't like oppa. It just kind of gives me the ick.
Who can I call oppa? Can I call ki oppa?
But you're not a girl.
Like I said, when I'm really close to somebody, like I would say Nuna, not Nuna, 언니.
Really?
Like I'll go like Isak.
Kind of
Isak.
like how girls,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
when they like are close to someone, they go like 형.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be like 언니, right? 언니,
Yeah.
like Isak, I'll call 언니. What is it? 다은 I always call her 언니. That's it. I don't know anyone else that call her 언니. There's not a lot of people I really like. Anyways, what's our tidbit today?
You know, we usually start our conversations with the weather these days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I was gonna say we've been starting our conversations with the weather lately, but we haven't today. But like, we have been talking about the heat for good reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really hot outside, and just this summer, over 1,000 heat-related emergency cases have been reported in Seoul alone.
In Seoul.
Yeah,
Not
in
just
Seoul.
nationwide.
Seoul is actually more hotter than any other region right now.
It's weird, huh?
Yeah.
It's usually not like that. It's always kind of like the Gwangju Southwest region is very, very hot. It's hot, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but Seoul has been getting outrageous weather.
Yeah, so we've already talked about like heat waves, 폭염, and so I thought this time we could talk about like surviving Korea's extreme heat. Tips for staying safe, what cities are doing to help, and some advice for summer travelers in South Korea.
Okay, that's good stuff. Let's start with something simple. Like, what do you have for us?
Let's start with the parasol.
Like the carrying
Yeah.
parasol, okay?
Do you carry one around? Well, you have a car.
No, but even if I didn't have a car,
But that's
I
the
wouldn't
thing.
catch myself with a parasol.
That's the thing. There's like stigma in South Korea that parasols are only for like old ladies.
No, young ladies too.
Well, like for ladies only.
Okay, ladies, yes.
Yeah, but like the parasol really is your best friend during a Korean summer because like it's not just about blocking sunlight. Scientific studies show that it can reduce your perceived temperature by up to 10 degrees Celsius when you're outside. And that is a huge difference when you're walking in 37 degrees Celsius heat.
I just do it the manly way. I just put this. Just
and
be
that's
like, put
how
my
you
hands
get a
out.
heat stroke.
I just 태양을 피하고 싶었어.
That's how you get a heat stroke.
It's true. I've gotten it once. It's terrible stuff. But yeah, there is a huge difference in the temperatures if you're under the shade
Yes.
and not. But let's talk about the science behind this.
So a study actually found that when people walked for 15 minutes with a parasol, they sweated 70 to 20% less than people who just wore hats. And Seoul's own research backs this up. Less sun exposure means lower skin temperature, and it also prevents sun damage like burns or pigmentation.
So hats are no good, especially for guys, because what it does is it traps the heat. And when you have like warm scalp, if there's too much heat in your scalp,
Yeah,
you're gonna lose your hair.
I wasn't thinking of that, but
No, it's true.
Yeah,
If people
that is
who
also
wear a lot
true.
of hats, it's no bueno. And ever since I heard that, I stopped wearing hats.
oh, altogether.
Yeah, I don't wear caps anymore unless like I'm out scouting and I have a bucket hat. That's like seriously for like safety
I
reasons.
believe like the archive was just talking about earlier that people wear hats to hide that they haven't washed their hair.
Oh yeah, that's why he didn't. That's why what was his name? Asian John had wearing a cap. What kind of parasol should people get though?
So experts recommend one with a white or, a lighter color outer layer to reflect sunlight and a black inner layer to block ground heat.
Okay.
Yeah, and bonus points if it has UV protection. And make sure it's big enough to shade your entire face and light enough to carry around with you.
I mean, what's the point of having it if you can't cover your face? I mean, that's the big point,
Yeah.
right? So are people actually? I heard this. It's become a trend, right? More and more people are using parasols.
I don't think it's really a trend. It's more like a necessity out of necessity.
That is true.
I used one. I have been using one for a few years now, but like a lot of people are using parasols too. In fact, schools are encouraging students to bring them for their walk home. And cities like Daegu have actually launched campaigns with slogans like "Parasol on, heat off" to normalize their use, especially among older adults and outdoor workers. And to lessen the stigma around it.
Yeah. Okay, so the trend that I heard was, I think this was like in the previous season during but what's the buzz? Guys were also wearing using parasols is what it was. So they're taking out the stigma that only women should be carrying parasols.
Just carry one. It's really hot and they help.
Speaking of cities, Angela, what else are the governments doing?
Well, Seoul, for example, has ramped up a lot of heat-fighting initiatives. They run water-spraying trucks to cool the streets, install more shaded benches and canopies, and have mist-spraying systems called cooling fog in public areas that lower the ground temperature. And they even apply reflective coatings on rooftops of public buildings to lower internal temperatures. And that is really helping a lot of, people.
Yeah, I just recently went to the roof of my apartment recently.
What?
Because the elevator was broken.
Right.
And so like they made us go use the other elevator from the other apartment, go to the roof and then walk down. My eyes were burning because it was reflecting all the sun and into my face. And don't go to the roof, everybody. What about places to actually escape the heat?
Seoul has that covered as well. There are thousands of cooling shelters across the country called 무더위 쉼터 in Korean. People can take a break in air-conditioned spaces before going out into the heat again. And now you can also scan a QR code on street signs to find the nearest one, which is really useful for foreigners and visitors.
It is useful, especially for the elderly. Remember, the vulnerable group, right? The elderly, children, or travelers that might not actually know the area very well.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And speaking of the elderly, Seoul has boosted care services as well. There are regular check-ins by support workers, especially during heat wave warnings. For those living in tiny rooms or with disabilities, health visits and cooling aid are also provided. And I think this is really good news.
Yeah, not everybody has an air conditioner. Not everyone has fans. And it's really become a necessity right now. I mean, I had the air conditioner and the fan on yesterday, and it was still not doing it last night. It was like super tropical night yesterday.
Was.
That brings us to another question, Angela. What about people working outdoors?
Outdoor laborers now have regulated rest times based on perceived temperatures. If it gets too hot, they must pause or shift their schedules. And for the vulnerable or low income, the city gives out emergency support funds and energy vouchers to help cover cooling costs. So look it up if you're in that demographic.
Yeah, and also a lot of the heat-related deaths that's been reported here in the country is elderly folks who are working in the farms.
Yes.
So please
don't work when it's too hot outside.
Yeah, and there are the peak times, right?
Yes.
You have the peak times there. All right, we're going to continue to talk about this here, but first let's take a listen to a song here from 17 with Hot. Angela has a really good imitation.
No, don't hype it up.
We're not going to do it today, though.
Don't hype it up. It's
Guys,
not good.
She might actually win this one. I had no idea she had this talent, but well, it's just a teaser, guys. It's coming, though. It's coming. It's not today. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Anyways, we've been talking about this intense heat, and that's how it's affecting everybody here. What we've been seeing, and I'm not a big fan of this, and I'll tell you why later on. Small hand fans.
Yes.
손선풍기.
A lot of people use that. You can see it when people are waiting in the streets. But get this. You think fans are great, but actually using them during a heat wave can be risky.
Okay.
If it's over 35 degrees Celsius, the fan could just blow hot air onto your body and make you actually lose more fluids. So using a fan in, this kind of weather is essentially putting yourself in an air fryer. And it's better to actually cool the room down first or use cooling items to lower body temperature before you use a fan.
So what I heard was, and this was because when I go scouting, like it's bad heat.
Yeah.
Our peak season is May, June, July, August. The worst, right? The worst times. And so all of us, they all got fans. And I was gonna buy one until I found out recently,
coolers,
electromagnetic. Like it's 전자파. What's 전자파? Bad electric. I don't know what it's called.
Electromagnetic?
I don't think it's that, but it's like it emits really bad stuff
Okay.
from the batteries of the fan. So they were saying the electro wave. Electric wave. I think that's what
didn't know that.
Electromagnetic wave, that's what it is. It's really bad.
But like just don't use these fans
Yeah,
in hot
So
weather.
it's not even good. Yeah.
So like instead of using that, people can use cooling items. Like Korea is actually like just bursting with them right now. So cooling patches are super popular. They can drop skin temperature by about 7 degrees Celsius, and they were originally made for kids with fevers.
Yeah.
But adults now use them on their necks, faces, or even wrists during the day. Have you used one before?
I put it on my back.
Yeah, it
where you
makes
can't see.
sense
Yeah.
because a lot of people related to baseball use it. And so some even have KBO baseball team logos on them, as you know, they are used a lot at ballparks. So it's part of a marketing trend as well. And besides cooling patches, there are neck or skin coolers, which are basically items you can put in the refrigerator for a short time. And these coolers will quickly become icy or even freeze, so you can wear it around your neck or, you know, press into the skin below the ears to lower body temperature. I actually brought mine today.
You had that yesterday.
Yeah, so this is what it looks like if anyone is looking through YouTube. Like right now it's melted, so it's water form, but if you put it in the fridge for about like 30 minutes even, it will turn into ice and you can just like wear it around your neck.
It looks like when you get that surgery down there.
What?
It looks like a cushion. No, it looks good. I like it. I like it. But my question is though, you know when you get ice on your neck, like direct ice, it hurts.
Yeah.
You don't get ice burn?
No,
Because I never used it.
because it never gets that cold.
Oh, okay,
it's
okay,
specifically
okay.
made for lowering body temperature.
I don't
my
know where
God.
my mind is going these days.
My God.
What else do you have?
There are also cooling soaps with menthol mists made from natural root extracts and essential oil roll-ons that give you an instant cooling effect when you rub them on your temples or wrists, which are really helpful during a heat wave.
Yeah, my wife has been applying that to my kids because, you know, just
Yeah.
going back and forth from like even just short distance from like the bus stop.
Yeah.
But why are they cool? Like, what are these products made of, though?
So they're used with menthol, eucalyptus, peppermint oils. These are really good for lowering body temperature. They're not bad for the body
No,
either.
no.
Yeah, and some include hyaluronic acid or aloe vera to soothe the skin. So the idea is to cool you down while also keeping your skin healthy from sunburns.
Okay, and where can people buy these?
They're really everywhere in South Korea. You know, even convenience stores are selling them. Convenience stores are even selling like more ice cups, cold drinks, and portable fans than ever before. And you know, online stores and even fashion brands are all in this cooling game. You can even buy like cooling bed sheets, cooling
I bought them.
yeah, cooling underwear, cooling clothing. Really, just look it up. It's all there because people are suffering from the heat in Korea.
Yeah. I used to not wear anything under my shirt. But ever since like Korea got super hot, I always wear like a cooling undershirt that soaks up like whatever sweat and things like
Does
that.
it help?
It makes it a lot cooler than not wearing it. So
There
then
you
like
go.
you sweat and then it just your clothes just sticks to your
yeah.
skin and it's terrible feeling. But
Yeah.
now I got these like cooling undershirts and it feels so much cooler there. And it sounds like summer heat is fueling its own economy, to be honest
Yeah,
with you.
it really is. So, you know, you can all buy this stuff, but let's not forget the basic safety rules.
Yeah.
You know, avoid outdoor activities in peak times, which is between noon and 5 p.m. Drink lots of water. Don't forget to hydrate yourself. Wear light, breathable clothing and seek shade often. And also take cool showers. And this is important. Avoid caffeine or alcohol in the evening because, you know, alcohol and caffeine really dehydrate your body, but
yeah.
also prevent you from sleeping, which doesn't need any help because of the tropical nights these days.
It's like it's been rough going to sleep. Like the tropical night, it's a super tropical night these days. Remind us also, though, because this is very important.
Yes.
You actually suffer from this not too long
Yes.
ago. What if someone gets heat stroke? Like, what should people do?
So move them to a cool shaded place immediately. Have them lie down, give them water if they're conscious, and call 119 or 119 if their condition worsens. Avoid pouring ice water on them directly. Actually, a lot of people do that, but don't do it because it can shock their body. And instead, use a damp towel to like wipe and cool their body. And if you're a tourist, keep in mind, just call 119 and ask for help.
Yeah, don't drink
warm.
ice cold drinks.
Yes.
Lukewarm.
But I drink a lot of lukewarm, but I was already too far gone.
Yeah. I rushed in and drank like ice cold energy, not energy, sports drink before, and that just made it worse for me. If someone's near water this summer,
Yes.
like streams are very popular at beaches, you also have to be very cautious.
Yes, be extra cautious because streams and rivers can swell very suddenly. So never swim in unauthorized areas. And if someone is drowning, call for help before jumping in. And always swim with someone else. Don't swim alone.
Yeah, even the best of swimmers, sometimes you can't save them. It's very, very different when you have dead weight and they're drowning and they could panic. Angela, thank you so much for your tip. And I think it's very, very helpful considering the situation right now here in the country. Have a safe one. We'll see you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Sending her out of the studio. Let's take a listen to a song here from ITZY with Icy. To you?
Hi, SJ.
Angela, this month, the month of July, we're doing this imitation contest.
Yes.
We've had some pretty good imitation. We've had some nice try imitations.
And you tried to make me do one last time.
Yeah, and then Angela goes, I literally can't do any imitations. I cannot imitate anybody. And she's been working on an imitation.
I haven't been working on it. It just like randomly came up yesterday.
And so she's going to imitate.
No, guess.
What do you mean? Oh, what do you mean guess? What do you mean guess? I know who you're going to imitate.
Like the rest of the people, the listeners.
Guys, she's going to imitate someone from radio, from Arirang radio, okay? Someone you hear often, but it's a guy. It's a male, okay? He's Asian. that's a hint. That's a hint.
Okay.
He's Asian.
Should I do it?
Okay, do it, and then everybody try to figure out who this person is. All right, Angela, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, do it.
Hello. Happy hump day, everybody. So good to be here. Thank God it's Friday. Yay. I wore a hat today because I didn't wash my hair, but it's going to be a great day today. I'm so excited. What are we going to talk about?
Oh my gosh.
So today we're going to talk about...
We got the answer. We got answer. We got answer. We got a bunch of people getting the answer. Benny says 정답 Ajon. B for Bahar says Ajon. That was
Paulina says Ajon. Yay, I can do an impersonation, and Ajon, if you're listening. SJ made me do it.
I didn't make you do anything. Oh gosh, that was so funny. That was pretty good. Angela,
Yes?
you are gonna be a finalist.
Thank you.
I feel like you're gonna be.
I don't know if I should feel good about it, but thank you, Ajon.
You know what helped though?
What?
Is because you're very good with accents.
Really? I don't think I'm...
Yeah, I thought it was because of the accent. You got the accent right as well.
Our producer is saying if I'm going to win, I need to sing.
Does he ever sing?
If Ajon sings, I will sing.
If Ajon sings,
I will sing and then Ajon in person.
someone tell them on Monday if Ajon sings something, Angela's gonna sing whatever song he sings.
Okay.
Let's get her to sing Blackpink's Dio. Anyways, Angela, what's our tidbit today?
Well, it's not impersonations.
Okay.
I think I've let you off the hook these days by not really diving into the trendiest part of Korean culture.
Thanks, Angela.
But today that changes. I brought something big in K-pop culture that has now spread far beyond idol fans.
Idol fans again. More trends from idol fans.
Yes.
All right, what do you have for us?
So we've talked about photo cards, we've talked about key rings, but today we're going into something that's like right in between that. Have you ever seen people just carrying around little dolls with them these days?
Like on the bag or just carrying around with them in the hand?
It can be on the bag, but usually they will like be carrying it in their bags or like in their hands.
I know that, what is it, La Boo Boo?
Yeah, kind of like La Boo Boo.
Is it La Boo Boo or is it La La Boo? Whatever that is. Is it like that?
Kind of. So like people, like how people take 인증샷 with photo cards, people also take them with something called idol dolls.
Oh my goodness, there's idol dolls now?
Yes.
Is it more like is it different from the BTS dolls that they had? Like the actual like the Barbie dolls, but BTS.
No, it's different from
It's
that.
okay. So I don't know what these are. Dolls.
You haven't
This
seen
is-
them.
No, I mean I don't go around looking for idol dolls. So what is this? Is this the next big thing in the K-pop fandom culture now?
Not next is. So it's not just any doll. It's like we're talking about like dolls, plushie dolls that are about 10 to 15 centimeters tall.
Okay.
They're made to look like your favorite idol, but usually in a cute, characterized way. Usually animals or a made-up character. And this is no longer a subculture. Really, it's very easy to see, which is why I thought it'd be a good tidbit today.
So it's just basically companies trying to make more money.
That might be true, but it's not just merch anymore. For many, these dolls are like really emotional companions, and really an extension of their favorite celebrity. And fans actually refer to them sort of like pets, like even calling themselves temporary guardians if they find a lost one. Like they say literally 임보하다, 임시보호.
Oh my goodness. So are these like keyring dolls? I remember you showed me keyring
Yeah,
dolls. Like I'm
so-
trying to figure out how they look like.
So they can be keyrings too, but the fandom culture around them is a bit different. So these dolls often accompany people during special events like concerts or fan cafes or fan meetings. And unlike keychains, people actually dress them up. You will see full-grown adults playing doll. And there's a whole economy around it. Like there will be full outfits, hats, sunglasses, but that is a whole other discussion on its own.
So I'm just guessing without even hearing, you have to buy the outfits and.
Well, if you want to. But I'm seeing you're confused, so let me show you.
Oh, did you bring? I was wondering what was that bag that? Oh, what?
Yay! So this is what it looks like.
Who's that supposed to be?
So everyone knows I'm a Day 6 fan.
Okay.
So this is a this little guy is for Day 6. It's a characterization of Youngke and has the name of Ke. And each member has such a characterized dog.
Oh,
like
it's K. It was a K.
Ke.
Because it is a K. It is a dog.
It says Ke.
Okay.
It says Ke on it. So this is what it looks like. It can be a keyring form, but it takes the form of your favorite idol, basically.
I know this is gonna sound weird,
Mm-hmm.
but that dog looks very Asian.
Because Youngke is an Asian.
Oh, it's supposed to be him.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like
Does he look like that?
kind of big. He has like 2 birthmarks on his ear.
Oh.
So like they kind of sort of try to put in characteristics of your favorite idol into the stall. And so these are called denimals, but they have like names for different dolls. And this case has been around in 2018. There is another version.
Oh my goodness, you have more than one?
Yeah.
What? I was wondering why she brought such a big bag in
So
today.
this is the 10 centimeter version. This is called petit denimals. And this doesn't have a keyring, as you can see.
But it has the birthmark still.
Yes, so it's like a tinier version of Youngke.
So do you go around taking photo ops with that?
If you like, I usually leave it at home, but it's the culture to take it to a concert and take photos with it. Yeah, so that's how this is. Like, it's cute, right?
Yeah.
So like,
I
it's,
noticed that you didn't even take out the tag.
that's also MZ culture. You don't cut off the tag. The tag has value.
It's like those people that don't take off their tag on that hats and
No,
stuff
because
like
this
that.
is kind of like an adoption.
Oh,
Yeah, it has,
can I see this?
Yeah, sure.
Oh my god, did you write this yourself?
No, it comes with it. So it's like an adoption certificate.
Wait, this is not your handwriting?
No, it's printed on
That's
it.
printed.
My handwriting is better than.
No, guys, this looks like someone. It looks like look at this. This looks like. Can you hold this up? I don't know if anybody could see this,
See it.
but then it looks like an actual handwriting
Yeah.
of a person.
Hi.
It looks so realistic that it like an actual person's handwriting that I
Yeah.
thought you wrote it in.
So it's like very emotional. It's very way elaborate. It is a whole economy, and it is really a big part of K-pop culture.
Wow. Okay, this is a lot more detailed, a lot
Yeah.
more elaborate than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, and so fans post like daily photos of these dolls eating, traveling, even getting facials. I'm not joking here. There
my
are actually
goodness.
businesses offering like doll massages, doll grooming. They will brush the fur, reshape the face, offer like facial contouring so the dolls will look cuter than the mass-produced ones. Like it is a whole culture.
How much do they charge?
I'm not sure, but like it's serious business. I've never tried the service before.
Whatever they're paying, whatever they're charging, ladies and gentlemen, for your doll facials, I will cut off 5,001.
But there's like
people are making money off of this?
Yeah, like if it opens, they usually sell out immediately, and there's even paid online classes on how to do doll maintenance at the home.
Are people just lose? I'm sorry. This is mind blowing.
No, but this is really like emotional and personal to the fans.
I wish the next song we're gonna listen to is actually the second song that we're gonna listen to, and I'll tell you why later on. But we're gonna take a short song break here and continue to talk about this weird trend right now. This is 가을 방학 with The Hobby is Love, 취미는 사랑. All right, that was 가을 방학 with The Hobby is Love, 취미는 사랑. I had Angela explain to me what was going on still with this. And I found out, since there is all these
idol dolls. For
every idol. And since, I like new jeans, I looked it up. They got new jeans. There's two different kinds of new jeans.
It's not just two.
There's more than that?
There are more. Like, they usually have one new one every year. There's one for new concerts. Like, there are so many versions of it, actually.
So there's one with Powerpuff Girls?
Yeah.
They look like Powerpuff Girls?
Yeah, that one is actually really rare.
Oh, it's rare. That's why it's so expensive.
Yeah, and so resale prices are out of this world, really.
So it's 50,001. All right, so you might be going, well, 50,001, but
10 centimeter.
Yeah, exactly.
Doll.
That's what I. And there's a cheaper one where they're all bunnies, and I didn't know which bunny was which because they all look the same, and so Angela had to explain to me the pink one is probably Honey, and it was.
Yes, and the blue one is Minji and so and so.
Do I want to spend 20,001 for a?
The fact that you're even considering it shows how much this really it's cute. It's very appealing. And it makes you want to get one. That's why it's spreading beyond just fandom
I'm
culture.
a big collector. That's the thing. I'm a big collector. But I'm going to think about this. Idol dolls, ladies and gentlemen. We're seeing this everywhere among K-pop fans these days. But how did this even start, though?
So originally, it was all fan-driven, like most fan culture. Back in the late 2010s, fans designed their own dolls, commissioned sample prototypes from factories in China, and did everything from group orders to quality checks themselves. So it could take up to 4 to 6 months to make one batch of dolls, and they sold it back to the fans.
Yeah, that's dedication.
Yeah, it is. But now agencies have jumped on board, and idol dolls are officially produced and sold, as we just saw. So, this is a case of fandoms influencing the agencies, and in some cases, agencies even release dolls as albums.
Huh?
So SM Entertainment really is leading that. So SHINee's latest single was released as an idol doll album, and NCT Wish also debuted their dolls called Wish Dolls as part of their first album campaign. So you buy a doll and the album is inside the packaging.
Okay.
So it's whole branding strategy because fans love this so much.
And they'll buy multiple albums.
Yes.
And throw away everything else except for the doll, which is not good for the environment, fans. But it is very clever marketing, though.
Yes, and because it connects emotion and, as you mentioned, collectability.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so some dolls like the New Jeans Powerpuff Girl collab sold out instantly and now go for premium prices online. And there's a whole secondhand market around these dolls because new ones come out every year and they sell out and you won't be able to get them.
Yeah, I mean, when I was looking it up, it was in a secondhand market.
Yeah.
A certain site that sells like sneakers and stuff like that, but now they're selling all these like idol goods. But how far does this go? Like you mentioned something about fans treating the dolls like pets and then like the facials and stuff like that.
So there is this whole culture of caretaking the dolls. Like if someone finds a doll on the street, they will post it on social media saying, I'm temporarily fostering this doll until the owner is found. I found it on so-and-so subway station. They'll wash it. They'll take care of it. And so like they will post how the doll is doing. And these posts will go viral online. And, it connects people emotionally, even non-fans.
Okay. You mentioned different versions of dolls.
Yes.
I imagine some fans are getting overwhelmed.
Definitely.
With how many different versions they are.
So even the Denimals, each character has almost like 15 versions right now. I'm not quite sure, but there are like 4 members, so 4 characters
60?
with 50. Yeah, that's crazy, right? So
Do you have 60?
no, I only have the 2 I brought today.
Okay.
Yeah, so agencies have really gotten aggressive with what we can call version marketing. Like, they have 10 centimeter versions, the mini version, a big 40 centimeter version, a long legs version. It gets to a point where fans are wondering, like, do I really need another one? But that's exactly what the agencies are trying to,
And then you end up buying another one. It's all exhausting.
It is for many, and in fact, surveys show that while over 80% of fans have bought these dolls, more than half don't think it's necessary for every idol to have one, and about 74% of fans think agencies are now going quite overboard.
Okay. This is like, honestly, this is like unbelievable that people actually do all of this. What about like the big agencies, right? The trendsetters, are they utilizing all of this?
So big agencies they keep releasing the dolls, outfits, accessories. They even do pop-up stores. Like, it's a huge part of, especially in Korean department stores, these are now there are entire pop-up stores revolving around the dolls, but, fans really want to have a connection to their idols as much as possible, so it's difficult to stop collecting at the same time. And now this is so widespread, it's not just K-pop culture. You will see doll pop-up stores for random things now.
Do you feel a connection with what is it, K?
I feel like he's cute to take around. I always take him to concerts and stuff. See, I'm referring to it as him, so yes, I do feel a connection.
And then this is the norm.
Yes. Okay. So this doll culture is not even limited to K-pop fandoms anymore. It's expanded to all areas, which is why I am bringing it up, or else this would just be a show and tell time for me, right?
Yes.
But I think it shows how much K-pop fandom culture influences all areas of culture in South Korea. For example, KBO teams release limited edition dolls dressed in team uniforms now, and fans collect them. So these character crossovers have really widened the doll trend beyond K-pop.
Again, I'm still getting used to this, really. But this is what the trend is. When I heard the facial of the dolls and stuff like that, you know what I was thinking? I was like, this is a great song to play. Can you read this, the song as is right now?
Doll.
No, just the whole thing.
Doll idol.
How do you say doll in Korean, like Korean pronunciation?
Doll.
Tor?
Doll.
Who sings it?
Doll by Idol.
Angela, have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you again next week.
See you next week.
Sending around the studios, take a listen to a song here from Idol with Doll.